My name is Matrona Jessica Ward. I'm an estate planning attorney in California and the founder of Family Legacy Planning Firm. Welcome back to another 5-Minute Friday. Today's topic, what's in a plan? So normally I don't emphasize documents because really the relationship and the counsel and just the fact of having a plan is the main goal, and the documents are kind of a byproduct of that. However, I do get questions about what's included in a plan, so I thought I'd take the moment to answer that today. My short answer to what's in a plan is everything you need in the case of death and incapacity from a legal standpoint. Now, the specifics of that are, sometimes clients have questions about that. So here's what's included in one of our plans. First of all, you're going to need a will. If you've got a trust-based plan, you're going to want what's called a pour-over will to catch anything that you've forgotten to put into the trust and put it in there after your passing. You'll also need an advanced healthcare directive, which is the California term for a document that combines your healthcare wishes with a healthcare power of attorney. It designates an agent to make healthcare decisions for you when you can't and tells them what decisions that you want them to make or leaves it open for them to make the decision. It also contains a HIPAA waiver so that your healthcare agent and other fiduciaries have access to your healthcare documents when needed. It also includes a durable power of attorney. This is a document that allows somebody to make financial decisions and decisions about your assets when you can't, and sometimes is needed for things that are outside of the trust. We also include a document called a Remembrance and Services Memorandum. Now, this isn't in every estate plan that I've seen and reviewed from outside, but I include it in every one of mine because it's very useful and helpful for loved ones to know exactly what you would want for your remembrance services. In my family, we talk a lot about what we would want at our services, and that's not taboo for us. But for a lot of people, it is. And so I want to encourage people to get that documented so that their loved ones do know what to do. Another document that I include is portfolio inserts. And I just started including these because they're very helpful to tell people which documents are which, what the function of the document is, and what they need to do with it, who they need to give it to. I also include a spousal property agreement if you're married, documenting what you and your spouse have decided regarding separate and community property. I also include, if you've decided to go with a trust-based plan, which is our most popular option, the trust is obviously included in that plan, as well as other documents that you might not have heard of that help the trust to work. There's something called a certificate of trust, which is a shortened version that you bring to financial institutions such as the bank when you're dealing with the trust. We've got a full color diagram of the trust so that for those visual folks, so that you understand exactly what you have, what it's doing, where it's going when, and how it's all going to fit together and work. We've also got an asset spreadsheet for trust funding. Now this I know is pretty unique. Having worked in a more traditional estate planning office, this was definitely not done because it is a bit time consuming, but it's essential in order to making sure that your plan works when you need it, when you're no longer there to make sure it works. You don't want your assets lost to the State Department of Unclaimed Property just because they weren't documented in your estate plan. Another item that I offer is a comprehensive instructions for funding your trust. Now, you might not be familiar with what funding your trust means, but if you have a trust, you need to put things in the name of the trust, and all of the instructions that you'll need for doing that are included, written down. Of course, people do call me too, and that is totally fine. If you're doing planning with our firm, we always include a USB drive with the scanned originals so that you never have to take documents out of your estate planning binder to make a copy and risk losing pages. Instead, you can just get out that USB drive and print it out so that the people who need your documents can have it when they need it. If you want a home, like many of our clients do, we include a deed and the documents that go along with the deed to transfer your house into your trust if you've gotten a trust-based plan. If you have kids, an essential part of your plan is going to be the Kids Protection Plan. And this is a series of documents that is only offered by a select handful of attorneys across the country. These include a plan for what happens right in the aftermath of an emergency so that you'll know that your minor kids are never going to be taken into the care of strangers. It includes instructions to caregivers, ID cards, instructions to your kids' guardians, medical power of attorney, a temporary guardianship, a nomination of a long-term guardian, and for those of you who might have a family member who would fight your guardian nominations, who you wouldn't want to be the one taking care of your kids, We also offer a confidential exclusion of guardian. You don't have to be knowledgeable about every document. That's why you have an attorney, a trusted advisor, to educate you and help you to fit your needs and your specific situation and your family. If you don't have an attorney or a trusted advisor to help you, please feel free to give us a call and book an appointment. Our number is 951-394-0740, and you can view us on the web at www.familylegacyplanningfirm.com. That's it for this 5 Minute Friday. See you next week.